Brake Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we're doing a walk around video on this 2015 MY16 Honda Odyssey VTi-L. Now being the VTi-L model, it does come with a few added benefits and features which we will touch on as we go through the car. However, what we'll do now is run through some of the condition on the outside and the features that does come in the model. Now starting off at the front end, you've got that iconic Honda Odyssey front bar. It is quite a shield-like look, and you've got that beautiful chrome finish on the front there just to break it up and give it a bit of character and make it not look so plain. Honda badging is right in the middle there, and just below that you do get a little camera there which is for your 360 camera. As I mentioned, being the VTi model, it does come with a few added benefits. So it does have a 360 camera and it does have cameras all around the car. Now the headlights itself are quite a sharp design, quite sleek, and they do integrate into the front bar quite neatly. It just gives it a nice blended wholesome look. The headlights do come with daytime running lights that run across the bottom of the light bar there, and fog indicator lamp is located right in the middle, as well as your projector globes and your high beam lamp fitted into that headlight. And it is quite a broad headlight. It is quite wide. It just provides that extra dispersion of light and good line of sight as well. Now front grille is a nice honeycomb design. It does allow for that airflow through to the front to the motor just to keep it nice and cool, and your fog lamp is fitted into the bottom of the front bar there. As we come across the side, please pay attention to the paintwork in this car, because in this dark blue color, it is quite a unique color. I haven't actually seen one in this color myself, but it does present really well and quite a unique look to the car itself. Quite a dark, sleek design. Now the rims are a very I guess shuriken-like design, do have quite a nice sharp finish, and it does give a very nice fan-like look to the rim itself. It does come off in a polished aluminium around the outside and a black coating on the inner side of the rim. Just breaks it up and gives it a cool effect when you are actually rolling. Now the rim itself presents really well. There is very minimal wear just on the edging of the rim here, but the rest of the rim itself presents really well and no significant damage that I can see. And you've also got brand new tires on the front there at the time of this video. Now as we look across the car, please pay attention to all the curves and accents that are designed to provide this car with that aerodynamic design, plus also to increase the fuel efficiency of the car. So it's not just there to look cool, but it is actually there for a reason. Maybe you take it through one of those wind tunnels and you'll be able to see how the air actually flows through the car. Now the side mirrors are quite a nice big design. They are color matched to the car, blends in quite nice and sleek, and you've got your indicator lamp fitted just in the edging there, which is a nice thin sleek design again, which does clear up the quarter panel but also elevate the lamp itself. The door handles do come in a nice chrome finish that again tie in with the concept of that chrome front bar and the chrome polished plate that does run around the side of the car, actually pretty much along the whole car. Very nice design. Now the car is a keyless entry car, so you do get two keys with this. If need be, you can actually access the key through here in case your battery does die. However, we've got so if you use this little button here, it does lock the door and it does unlock it as well if the key is within proximity. Now opening it up, taking a look inside the Odyssey itself, very nice, comfortable looking car. The seats itself are quite wide. You're not actually crammed into a car, but you do get a lot of space in the Odyssey. Now the seat bolsters present really well. The leather's in very good condition. There's no damage or marks that I can see that are significant or any stains to the leather itself. The carpets still present really well, and you do get all the carpets in this car. I don't know if you've seen an Odyssey before, but there are lots of different pieces for the carpet itself, and we have fitted it out for you, but they do present really well. The door card itself, where you can get where people can get quite lazy and kick the door open, you can see there's no marks or damage whatsoever. Now another thing I will note is the door actually goes all the way to the bottom of the car there. Now the benefit of that is it actually keeps this inner door or inner part of the chassis nice and clean, especially when you're climbing in and out of the car. Very nice design. It's just a comfort design. It doesn't actually provide anything more than that. Now the rear doors, again, automatic doors in the VTi-L model, so just pulling the latch will open the door up automatically. It'll allow you to get in and out quite easily, and these second row seats here, again, are designed much like the front row seats. They're almost like your sofa. So you do get two armrests on either side, and these seats are completely adjustable in almost any direction. So this lever here will let you move the seat forward and back, like so. And then this lever here will allow you to actually incline, and this is to actually bring the seat outward or inward if you wanted a bit more room from the person in there. And considering the current situation, you probably want to have it all the way out here and that one all the way out there to get that 1.5 meter spacing. Now, if I bring this back, another comfortable feature is this little latch here. If I pull that out, you do actually get somewhat of a recliner in the car. So it is pretty much a cruiser car, and it's just a great design. I mean, the drivers don't even get this feature. Bringing it back down though, just like so, you can see how nicely the car itself presents. The leather in these back seats again are in very good condition, and the carpets present immaculately. Now closing this up, as you can see, the car has a lot of glass in it. Now it does have a slight tint, but I do highly recommend you speak to us about the tint options that we provide here, because we are going to be able to give you the darkest legal tint and provide the most premium quality. And considering you're using this for your family and driving people around, you do want to make sure they're safe and protected and know exactly what's on your car. So please talk to us about these options. As we come over to that second alloy, great design on the rim itself. Now this one is actually not just a little bit, a small mark there on the edging, but the rest of the rim presents really well, and you've got plenty of tread remaining on those tires. As we come across the tailgate, nice square design, quite a sleek design and very simplistic in its style. There's nothing too sophisticated on the back end, but you do have that rear tailgate design with the Odyssey badging fitted in the middle there. Presents really well. Stunning design in itself, and you've got the tail light running around the reverse lamp and that reflector lamp. Just a great design, but all again ties in very nicely with the whole car. You've got color match rear parking sensors along the car, which is going to help you park such a big car. You do have a high mounted brake light, as well as your rear wipers and washers to keep the tailgate nice and clean. To open up the boot, plenty of space in the back of the car. You've got storage down the bottom here, much like the Kia Carnival, and these seats do actually fold flat, and they can fold underneath there if you did need them to. So we'll drop these like so, and pulling this up, this will all fold in just as easy as it goes down. And you do get a little lever here, which is going to keep it nice and secure from flying back up, and you do get all that boot space if needed. Now there is a 12-volt socket in the back here and 2 cup holders for the passengers in the rear seat. Now to bring it back up, very easy. Take that latch off, let it click in, and you just pull these little levers up like so. Very nice design, very easy to use as well. Now closing up the tailgate, again the paint on the back of the car is immaculate. There's no damage or marks or scratches that I can see, which is really apparent. Your fuel filler cap is on the passenger side of the car, which is the safe side, so in case you have to pull over for an emergency, you know you're going to be not in the way of any oncoming traffic. Now that third alloy, a little bit of gash on the edging here, actually got a bit around the edging here, but it is very superficial, nothing to be too worried about, but the car itself presents really well. Paintwork on this side is consistent as it is all the way around the car. No marks or damage or scratching whatsoever. Now on the side mirrors itself, one thing I did forget to mention is there is a little camera on that corner here that is for that 360 camera. Now it does have a plastic plate at the bottom, and it's to stop anything serious from getting damaged or anything expensive, but just so you know, you do get a camera just fitted at the bottom there. Now that fourth and final alloy, generally this side is the one that cops the most damage. There is a bit of damaging around the edging here, but again, nothing to be too worried about. The rim itself still maintains its integrity, and you've got brand new tires on the front at the time of this video. So you've got great paint condition around the car. Just noticed something here. So there's a very minimal, very superficial mark on the paint just here, but it could probably come off with a buff or a polish, but it still presents really well. So 4 great rims, 2 brand new tires on the fronts. The back ones still have plenty of tread. The paintwork is immaculate, and the interior of it presents really well. What we're actually going to do now is pop the hood and take a look inside. Taking a look inside the Odyssey, what we have here is Honda's signature 4-cylinder 2.4 liter 4-liter iVTEC motor. Now this is a as you can see, it says Earth Dreams technology. It is a slightly economical build from what Honda is used to designing, so it is going to save you a little bit of money, but also be quite efficient in the way it runs. Now this car itself has a 7-speed automatic gearbox, which you know the ride's going to be really nice and smooth. Now I have driven this car, and I can tell you it's a very, very smooth and comfortable drive. Now the car itself is a 5-star ANCAP rating with 6 airbags, so plenty of safety for the passengers inside the car all the way through to the back. This motor itself produces 129 kilowatts with 225 Newton meters of torque, so enough torque and power for actually moving the car around with a full load of people. Now this is a petrol car with a 55 litre capacity, and it does run on your regular 91 fuel. It does have a combined fuel consumption of about 7.8 litres per 100 kilometers and an average fuel distance of about 705 kilometers off a full tank, depending on how you drive and how many people are in the car. Taking a look inside the Odyssey, as you can see, interiors are actually quite a sleek design and very classy look again. You've got that beautiful wood grain finish that does tie in across the actual front of the car, and you've also got all the leather door panels and leather seats and the leather interior itself. And so very classy, stunning car. It's not just a cheap build or cheap design, it is actually very comfortable and designed intentionally. Now on the driver's side door itself, again, very nice leather wrapping on the outside. You've got a leather wrapped armrests as well, and you've got full automatic windows for the driver's side to control, so all 4 windows, front and rear, are fully automatic. Behind that, you do get heated seats in this car, so driver and passenger have heated seats. You do have a high heat and a low heat, and they're each located on the actual door card. Above that is a window lock, central locking button just next to that, and as well as a little button to fold in your side mirrors if you do park on the side of the road, and your controls and toggles for the actual adjusting of that. Another thing with these side mirrors, they do come with blind spot warning and rear cross traffic. So if you can, not sure if you can see it, but you do get a little symbol in the actual side mirrors which are going to notify you if there's someone in your blind spot. So good safety feature when you are driving such a big vehicle. On the right side of the dash itself, you've got a few little controls here. First one at the top here being your stability control. Below that is your auto on and off. So if you do want to save a little bit of fuel, the car will turn off for you and save you a bit of fuel here and there when you stop at the lights. Above that are your automatic door controls, so you can actually open and close the doors with this button here. And if I press that, if I get the camera person to pan to the side there, you can see how that door will open up for you, and you can actually close it up. So on a cold morning like today and you don't want to get out because you're still in your pajamas and the kids need to get out for school, you can just press these buttons and everyone will be able to do what they need to do. Next to that is a little Econ button, which is nice and green. Just to note, that is obviously symbolic of the eco engine that is in this car. Now pressing that is going to save you a little bit of fuel here and there when you are driving such a big vehicle, but it is only mostly practical when there is you don't want to be using it when you've got a full load of people in the car. On the right hand stalk, you've got your left and right indicator, your high beam controls, and your headlights. Now your headlights are automatic headlights, so you can just leave it in auto and the car's going to decide when it needs to use it. Now your fog light controls are on the right hand side as well. On the left hand side are your wipers and washers for your front and rear. Again, you can just leave it in whichever mode and the car would act accordingly. Steering wheel is a very comfortable leather stitched steering wheel, very nice and soft, not quite as hard as you would expect from a big vehicle. Now on the right hand side up here are your cruise control settings, so your cruise, set and rest controls, and below that are a little bit of information which is actually displayed in the in your cluster in the middle there. So you got average speed, distance to fuel, distance, average fuel consumption per 100 kilometers, and all the information you could need really for the driver. Now on the left hand side are your media controls, so your source for the different options in your head unit, and these 2 buttons will let you flick through your navigation, phone and audio. Below that is your Bluetooth controls, so call, reject and voice control, and you've also got 2 paddle shifts behind the actual steering wheel, which is going to give you extra control on the car if you did need it. So if you're going up a hill, car's feeling a bit sluggish, you can just drop it into your Triptonic or Sports Shift system and you can control the gears manually yourself. Coming over to the center console here, nice big touchscreen display, very clear to see, and it does come with inbuilt navigation, as you can see. So we are at 20 to 32 Kangen drive, so come check us out if you've got some time. Do have plenty of cars here, and you've got full control over the whole navigation, and it is quite a nice clear display as well. Going back to home, do have phone connectivity for your Bluetooth connectivity, and for your audio system you've got AM, FM radio, Bluetooth connectivity, USB, HDMI, CD input, and iPod connectivity. Now, most people just run it through their phone, so their Bluetooth system is there. Going back into home and opening up that beautiful 360 camera, as I mentioned before. So, you've got the 360 on the right here and your front view just at the bottom here. Now, you can change the setting to isolate each one of those cameras. And if I put that, you've got your sides on either side of the car, so you're not going to be gashing your rims anymore. Bringing it back into park, you do get automatic parking, so you can parallel park. The car will parallel park for you as long as there's a car in this lane here and a car in this section here, and you've also got reverse parking into a slot if you've got cars on either side. So depending on which side you need to go into, as long as there's a car there or a car there in that square, the car will actually park for you, which is very good to know. So beautiful features in this car. Coming back down, nice touchscreen, somewhat somewhat of a touchscreen climate control, so you've got dual climate control. Driver and passenger have their own settings. You can adjust the temperature just like that, and you've got your fan speed just next to that and all the mode controls for it. It does have rear demisters. Now the rear demisters also work with your side mirrors, so they will also demist for you. Beautiful gear shifter, nicely located, not in an awkward position. Bringing it into reverse, you can see that a really nice clear rear view camera. And if I bring it down into the bottom, is into the S mode, that is your sports shift wheel, which will let you control the gears manually yourself, or you can just leave it in drive and the car's going to decide which gear it needs to be in. Most important button, your stop start button, is on the right side of that and hazards are nice and easy to access. Behind that is, below that is a 12-volt socket, 2 USB inputs for your phone connectivity, charging, and your connectivity for the head unit, and HDMI input as well. Nice generous storage below that. Now that does pop out if you did want to elevate it a little bit, or you can just keep it tucked in nice and neatly in there, and 2 cup holders which are spring loaded just to give you that extra grip. Now I forget the camera person to actually pan up. This car does come with the sunroof, so pulling that back is going to bring the sunroof all the way back. Lucky for us it's not raining at the moment, so I can show you that, and it will slide close automatically, and pushing it is going to tilt it just to allow for that extra airflow through the car itself. And to close that, you just push it back down and close. All your light controls are here for the doors and adjusters. Now the rear view mirror, it does have a anti-glare system, so it's not going to be blinding you when there's someone in the driving behind you with their high beam on. Now as I mentioned, I get the camera person to pan around the interior. The roof lining is immaculate, so no marks or damage or tears whatsoever. We've also got the rear aircon controls just up there, if you can see, so you can turn that on and off, keep it on auto, fan speed and temperature. You've got vents all around the back of the car on the roof, so 2 for the center row, and then 2 for the rear row as well. And just pay attention to the actual leather itself. Presents immaculately. Now, considering the way this car has been protected and preserved previously, I do highly recommend you take advantage of the lifestyle pack, which what it's going to give you is a lifetime warranty on the leather itself. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to clean and maintain, especially if you do plan on keeping this car for a long time. And it does also come with the added benefit of your exterior paint protection. Now we can package this all in nicely for you, so please speak to us about these options, because if you've got kids in the car and you know the seats are going to get dirty, you want to make sure they're protected and preserved and kept the way they have been kept. What we're going to do now is actually jump outside and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching the walk around video on this 2015 MY16 Honda Odyssey. I hope this gave you a good representation as to the condition on the outside of the car, and it does present really well, as well as all the features that does come in this model, and it is jam-packed with features as most Hondas are. Now if you did have any additional questions, wanted to test drive it, or actually wanted to purchase it before you came in, you can do that. Now the number to dial is 99070555. Just before I go though, this car does qualify for our premium mechanical protection plan. Now what that will offer you is 5 years extended protection up to on 181 electrical and mechanical components of this car, with the added benefit of 10 years platinum roadside assistance. So great value for money, especially if you're planning on doing a bit of traveling with this car. You know you're going to be nice and safe and not stuck in a sticky situation by yourself. In addition to that, do take advantage of the lifestyle pack, because that is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this beautiful dark blue paintwork, as well as the interior protection on all the leather inside that car. So please speak to us about these options. Now these are at an additional cost. However, if you are using our in-house finance, I would love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just some minimal diesel effective repayments. Now lastly, but most importantly, please check out our Google reviews. Though 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars gives you the assurance that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now, as I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. My name is Nathan, and thank you so much for watching.